of you that know me know that I enjoy a good cigar from time to time. So I wanted to give you just a little quick Cigars for Dummies kind of class. I have, when I was in college, I started smoking cigars. I never was a big fan for cigarettes, whether we'd play cards or whatever the moment might be when it was time to light something up, I just kind of gravitated towards cigars. Winston Churchill's one of my idols, and he was, of course, known for many things, one of which was always having a cigar about this size, Churchill size actually it's called, with him that he would smoke 7 or 8 a day. Made from tobacco, obviously, just a couple, as you grow up in cigars, and it's fun to maybe sit in a cigar lounge or something and watch somebody new come in and discover about cigars. A cigar is a great thing for, first of all, I like them because there are actually some people like the smell of cigar smoke, and that was one of the things I liked about it, was I kind of liked being around the older guys that were, as opposed to the cigarette smoke, which I felt was kind of acrid and stung. Cigar smoke had sort of an aroma to it, like baking bread or something, a very distinctive sort of situation. And it's also a nice way to kind of sit and for me to contemplate and so on and so forth. And of course the old adage is there's no better way to smoke a cigar than with a good friend. And it's kind of one of those conversation makers and relationship makers that is out there. Cigars come in all different shapes and sizes. Probably the biggest of all, the double Corona, which cigars are measured by their length. A double Corona will be something in excess of 7.5 inches long, and also the cigar is measured by its ring gauge, which is how wide it is. Cigar ring gauges measure all the way from what's called a Lancero, which is just probably a little bit more larger in diameter than your average cigarette, up to a torpedo-sized cigar and larger. This is a torpedo for its shape, like a torpedo, or sometimes called a pyramid. And its ring gauge can be, probably gets about the largest, probably somewhere 60 and above. So your ring gauges run from, in the 30s up to over 60, and your lengths vary anywhere from, a couple of inches out to the very, very long Monte Cristo A's and so forth can be, easily a foot long. So a lot of different shapes and sizes. People talk about Cuban cigars. What's special about Cuban cigars? That's probably a discussion for a whole another video. But essentially, Cuba has a unique growing conditions in terms of its soils, the minerals in its soils, and its humidity and its climate, all kind of combined to be one of the most outstanding tobacco growing regions in the world. Some place for great, very flavorful leaf. But there are a lot of great tobacco from a lot of different other countries: the Dominican Republic, Honduras, Nicaragua, Indonesia, the Philippines. Many places that are great for tobacco. So anytime that I'm looking to read a book or get alone and do something, I oftentimes will look for my favorite cigar and enjoy that and get going on my day. So more about cigars to come. Thanks.